dota. I think that's actually what they're doing. I could be totally wrong.
It would feel, oh my god, Arteezy has that thing.
For battle.
I've seen this every single time I played Phantom Assassin. I've looked at this, and it actually costs so much money in the Steam store. It's like $100+ bucks. But
Hell's Usher?
Yeah, Hell's Usher.
No way.
Really?
Is it 100? Okay.
I mean, every single time I look, I just know it's expensive.
I'm gonna look
Why,
that
do
up.
you have it?
Yeah, I do have it. Okay, if it's worth that, like, I'm happy. I'm not gonna complain if it's a $1.46.
What?
Maybe you're thinking, oh, what the hell?
Maybe
were you
there's
thinking of
special.
one of the Nexon items, like the Korean items?
Yeah, probably.
I think it was probably one of those, because those are genuine quality too, and those are like all $100. Man, you got me so excited. I was thinking, I'm a trader, dude. So like that makes me excited when you tell me I got an item worth $100.
See, I've always looked at this item and just been like, it's so busy.
It is. Yeah, it looks like a Nexon item, doesn't it? Like one of the ones.
It really does.
Like, they're all so crazy looking, and they're all genuine too. So I think they're all genuine, and maybe not immortal, but definitely genuine. So.
All right, so top lane, we're going to be having the battle rune taken by Brax. Swinimel's going to be taking the bottom one, who is going to be playing a one-position Axe here. So we're going to have an off-lane Furion for this game. Not a big surprise. So the lanes are exactly as we thought, with mid-dota facing up against Queen of Pain. How do you think dota fares here in this 1v1?
I think dota will probably get fairly dominated. The early pressure from Brax is going to be... Okay, the Deuce is going to get dominated if the supports do a rotation, and I presume they will, because they know this. They know that Deuce needs to be rotated on early, or else she just becomes like unkillable.
Yeah.
Like, you need to pressure her early, so I'm sure they will, especially against a Furion. Like, Arteezy can solo against a Furion pretty much on Phantom Assassin, so the supports can just roam like hell.
Yeah, it seemed like just like a bit of theory crafting, but it seemed like Queen of Pain, like normally her very aggressive stance in lane where she sits forward is actually very favorable for the Deusa in order to get those Mystic Snake bounces and ensure a lot of damage. You could already see just one Mystic Snake bounce earlier at level 1 did a lot of damage to Brax, and he's already sitting below half HP due to a couple of right clicks as well. So he's going to be feeling pretty well. We got Miracle Chipmunk, Bugatti, 420, and the bottom lane is currently being pushed out by Squee, and we also have off lane Annihilate going up against the Phantom Assassin and the two defensive supports of Summoner's Rift, who are going to be making a rotation behind them.
Yeah, unfortunately, 1-4-3-7 just has Wave of Terror, so...
Wait, is he really? Oh, was he stacking, I take it?
Yeah, he's being a nice little support, stacking up 2 camps. Yeah, he stacked 2 camps. Yeah, this mid lane, I would definitely say it's favorable for the Quab, or sorry, for the Deusa, if there's no killing, if there's no kill attempts.
Right.
But it's a Quab and there's a Lion Venge, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna put some pressure. I mean, if they don't, that's really good for COL. Like, that's what COL, they would love that.
And I think at a certain point, you probably just have to sit the Dazzle behind the Deusa, right? I mean, there is going to be a lot of aggression. Disruptor can deal with the Centaur, which means you're going to fall behind in levels, but, oh, that's a very lucky bounce there. Brax is still going to try and get aggressive on ZY. ZZY's mad. Comes in a bit too late there for the stuns. And I may actually just try and help out Brax and zone out the Deusa a little bit. Bottom lane, Miracle Chipmunk threatening the stun onto Squee, but not quite getting it.
I think you're totally right with the Dazzle here. I think Dazzle goes mid like right now. I really don't think Axe needs help against the Centaur bot. Yeah. Like, Axe is gonna just dominate a Centaur solo. I don't even think Squee needs to zone him. You just put the Axe solo against him. Maybe even send the Disruptor off lane to get experience and juggle the Prophet. We might see them do that a little later. Maybe playing a little defensively, but really don't think Squee needs to be down here. He could even die, potentially. I was waiting for Swinimal instead to throw some levels around. He only had that 1 level encounter helix and wasn't doing much else besides that. But now finally puts a level into Battle Hunger, but only 1 still, so he's still holding on to an extra 1. Obviously, you're going to want the call, but I think he's just trying to decide, like, if the Centaur gets low enough, can I kill him if I maxed out Battle Hunger? Because if so, it's probably worth it to be able to get that early kill for either himself or the supports. Definitely. I mean, I'm a huge fan of picking up Battle Hunger early, especially with the buffs to it. It's a 10-second, 20 24% movement speed swing on a target, so it's really good for getting into position. And Berserker's Calling levels up by 0.4 seconds. I know a lot of people would like think that's a radical thought, but I'm a huge fan of early point Battle Hunger, and I see Axes are doing it like more and more now.
Yeah.
Especially if they people even save the Battle Hunger and do like a Berserker's Call Battle Hunger combo without even getting Helix. Just for the first 2 levels, that is not, obviously.
Axe definitely serves as a very valid 1 position when you're doing a lot of pulling on the Radiant side. I mean, when you're doing those triple pulls up top lane, we may have our first blood here. Annihilate's going to be stunned up, and there it is. First blood for 1437 as he claims that one. And man, we got to keep our eyes on him because he also just picked up a double damage course. He's walking past this ward, so every single time that happens, ZYZZY. Oh, this is the perfect camp for it too. He's going to go farm up the medium camp, all of which has mana. Yeah. That's the perfect scenario for Mystic Snake. It actually even gives you mana, I think, at level 2. 4 bounces, 4 times 35, which is 140. And it costs 150. Okay, so it only costs him 10
so
mana.
Yeah, that's worth it. That's so worth it. Yeah, that was quick math. That was make me feel. Yeah, I'm a math major. I couldn't even above my head.
But later on, when you're getting a lot more mana from those bounces, you can actually give you mana, which is super nice. Dazzle still holding on to a level here, trying to harass Miracle Chipmunk out as much as possible. Looks like he's probably banking on a level of... What is he doing? Going back to base?
He may be heading mid lane now, like we talked about. Yeah. I think that's his play to make. Saving the point. So he gets Skilly of the Shallow Grave or Poison. Oh, he goes for Shallow Grave. Okay.
Yeah. But what do you think about, like, I'm really surprised that one, like, the Dazzle just TPs out there, which is a little bit odd, but also the fact making a lead Axe 1v1 up against the Centaur makes sense, but Squee doing, like, rotations as a support, like, sure, you can leave the Axe alone, but does that mean you actually do it? So your support is not that strong pre-level 6 as the Disruptor, like, maybe pick-off oriented, but other than that, well, maybe this is a pick-off, exactly what they need. 1437 can get sent back here. Glimpse! Oh, we didn't keep in range. It's only a level 1 glimpse. That should have been a kill.
He went for an auto attack just to get one little last peck at him. Pretty greedy.
Good looking Axe. You don't normally see this on the safe lane, but he's actually tower skipping.
Like, poor Centaur, he can't do anything against this. I think this is the right choice to put Axe. Like, he just like, so heavily dominates this lane, it's not even fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think Squee should probably move into the jungle and just do pulls, get experience. I agree with that.
Yeah, you can afford to because you don't actually let the creep wave get into the tower because Axe is just like, oh, I'll tank it up. And what does the Centaur do? Like, especially if the Axe is sitting like right here or something with the creep wave, like the Centaur's not going to be able to get into the jungle to interrupt the pull or anything. So
yeah, you're fine. There's no way you can contest it. Yeah. You just totally dominate this lane. He's doing fine down here by himself, but Disruptor could be getting quite a lot more.
Bottom tower
I think
is under attack.
my Annihilate may just be calling like, guys, I need help.
Yeah.
I'm getting owned.
And he's actually, now he's going to abandon the 2 supports up there in the top lane and sees the opportunity to go for the early tower here while the support's trying to defend that off lane tower so that he can get that bit of early gold advantage. And sure enough, right clicks.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Apparently didn't have
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Man, look how heavily this Deuce is getting dominated mid. Wow, look at that. 16 last. Yeah, that's strange. Because it's not like he's been threatened with support rotations, but not really no like real rotations to speak of.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We have a nice little offensive board here from the side of Summoner's Rift. So they're probably going to look to maybe do just see those opportunities for fresh dives, but also you're expecting rotations, and if you're able to take down that tier 1 tower, this ward is probably better for you than the usual laning wards that you place like up here or even further up in order to defend the Phantom Assassin from those rotational ganks, which you're expecting from the Axe eventually. Like, he's going to get his Blink Dagger, he's going to go for it. Top lane, they're going to jump on his Z-Freak here, already stunning him up, and will be able to get that kill while middle. They dove the Disruptor.
Yeah, poor guy got like two hit with right clicks from Queen of Pain, then she just ulted through the trees.
Yeah. Man, he's got a TP, so he'll be fine. Fortunately, not much the Deuce can do here.
No, he's got his Aquila now. I mean, you would expect that at like 5 minutes, not 8. Swindle, however, does have a blink. So we're gonna look for him to be the savior again this game, and hopefully
Feels like he's got to keep off map, though. I mean, if he's showing middle, right, the bottom lane and the top lane could be super aggressive.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's the right play to make, but it's...
Okay, so they just got to focus on taking towers, I guess, instead of
I guess so.
pickoffs.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if they can get them, it's fine, but eventually I think they're going to get contested. I suppose it's like a Phantom Assassin with a more of a mask and pace boost, so...
Brax has got a DD here. He's looking to fight, but he doesn't have any teleports in from his allies just yet. They do have the ultimate up on the Centaur, but it seems like the tower is still going to fall while Arteezy tries and pushes in the top lane. Of course, it's obviously not going to be a trade of any kind. Just a small bit of chip damage here and there. So 9 minutes in, your gold lead is going to be going still to Summoner's Rift, despite the fact that there's a very early 2-tower lead for Complexity. It's obviously a really bad sign.
Oh, never mind, he's falling out.
Brax.
I think this is a fight that COL takes right now, bottom lane.
Yeah, they got to get something to change up this game. Oh, Swindle misses out on the call there. Now the jump in. Brax is going to go for a squeeze. The right click is actually enough. The damage is not going to be enough by itself as he gets a little bit extra heal, but they're going to turn back to the Dazzle. Z-Freak. Brax has got himself a blink up in a second and going to be trying to go for this very aggressively. TP out from Squeeze. Z-Freak still got a Shell Grave, so if they're going to keep going for this kill, it's going to be a very deep dive. Swindlemelon looking for a jump. Meanwhile, top lane, you can see Arteezy's going for a dive onto Annihilate. Looks like Swindlemelon should be fine, but it's still Summoner's Rift who are controlling this game, both in bottom as well as the top lane. And of course, the DOTA being your mid, typical like farming mids, isn't able to actually make rotations to be able to help out the team too much.
This is such ludicrous pressure for 10 minutes in. Oh my god. Taking advantage of that, pushing the safe lane. Around I solo top to Arteezy. That's hard. It's not what you want for a Phantom Assassin to get a solo kill on a core in 10 minutes. He's going for Vlad's. Oh, never mind, he sold it. He's going for Mask of Madness instead.
He's going to be able to get the call on a Bugatti, but it's still one stun into the other, and he gets blown up by the Sonic Wave. So as long as you just stick, 2 or 3 heroes on the axe constantly, I mean, what's really he going to do? And like, he's supposed to be this rotational pickoff hero, but they're keeping him like pretty much shut out. And there is going to be a glimpse here in the middle lane where Mad is probably going to fall here. The Hex goes out, but they still have the rotation from Annihilate to help out as well. And they do at least finally get themselves on the board 1-5. Arteezy, who's got a Mask of Madness here, Annihilate. Fortunately, he's going to be able to score in Bizrune, as he probably would have died otherwise.
That's
reason why actually pops the ultimate. He's going to try and force Arteezy to look at him, but it's not going to be enough. And it seems like Arteezy's able to get himself away. Now makes the turn. Call. Oh no, Swindlemelon misses the opportunity once again. Arteezy put himself in the trees. He's going to jump to 1-4-3-7. Nicely played. And gets himself out of that 1 versus 4 scenario.
If Swindle just got that call, that would have been huge.
Yeah.
It's so rough to see these like very, very tiny like misplays, which could be just totally game-changing for COL. There's a lot of them. I mean, they're playing extremely well with a lot of their like rotations and movements, but unfortunately the plays are just so close to being made. But Summoner's Rift is playing on point, not getting caught out.
So we are going to see, there is the potential, of course, of an early Roshan for the side of Summoner's Rift with the Mask of Madness picked up on the Phantom Assassin. You do have enough sustain as long as you've got somebody to be able to tank up for you. They've got the minus armor and the Vengeful Spirit, so that's obviously something that Complexity will have to keep in mind. Unfortunately, in order to really create space for you to be able to either catch out the enemy team doing Roshan or take it yourself, they need to be able to get some early map control, which is something they're clearly lacking here. Top lane, dive in, Z-Freak, Shell Grave TP out. Pretty simple maneuver. Very effective against heroes without disables.
Oh yeah, that was effective. I think they can. They don't really have any vision, but if they move into their own jungle, COL can.
Swindle, that was not the blink you wanted, friend. 2 nukes. That's pretty much all it takes to take out the axe. And now we're going to have Brax picking up a very early Orchid as they push down the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Careful, Annihilate. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was dangerous. God, he's level 5.
I'm not sure.
Level 5 profit. Dazzle's higher than he is.
I kind of feel like maybe the Furion was just too passive of an offlaner for them. Of course, he can be, you know, a very aggressive hero that rotates around, but like, where were the kill opportunities really going to come?
That pick that surprised me.
Like, the kills weren't going to come in middle because it's a Dusa who doesn't give you really any kill potential versus a Link hero.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, of course, the Centaur was shut out, but you know, he just plays defensive enough, and Furion can't actually make rotations to get kills.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what they're planning on, just dominating the safe lane so heavily they could get like lots of stuff done in the jungle and on the safe lane. But it didn't pan out. Like they got more done in the safe lane of on the Summoner's Rift side, and there was far less of an investment there.
Axe is trying to get himself a blade mail. Obviously, he's facing up against a significant number of nukes between Centaur, Lion Ultimate, and of course all of Queen of Pain's arsenal. So a blade mail obviously helped deter him, but at this point in time, he's still like, he blinks in, he could just immediately be blown up by all the heavy magic damage that's coming out from the side of Summoner's Rift. And of course, later on, that blade mail will also be quite effective versus the Phantom Assassin. As always, if you're able to get a call and she actually crits you with the blade mail on, you just can destroy that Phantom Assassin pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely good against her. She can just rip herself to pieces. He's actually going for a Mask of Madness Battle Fury on Arteezy on the Phantom Assassin. So going for the Yawar build here.
Radiant's top tower is
I was about to say, I was just going to say that you called that the Yawar build from Arteezy, which earlier when we saw Yawar run it, he didn't actually, like, what was his build? Like, he changed it up. He called it his normal build is for NEL, and then he changed it up every time.
He just kept the Morbid Mask, and then went for, like, a Scotty and then, like, a Dominator into Satanic later or something like that.
So he never actually went the two farm items, the Mom and as well as the...
Yawar's making me a liar.
Yeah, but Arteezy won't.
No, not this game.
Yasha, picked up by ZYZZY, but he's still just so far behind for the Dusa to be effective at all. Like, this game's gonna have to draw out for at least 30 minutes before the side of complexity has any real damage. ZYZZY is gonna jump into two here. Unfortunately, already loses his mana fast enough that he couldn't get up. There's no gaze now to call. Swinamels does get that one, but without with that critical, as well as the Finger of Death, Swinamels is gonna be safe for the time being by the Shallow Grave, but he should still die here, as the tick from the dead will be enough for Brax. Triple kill, now trying to go for a ultra kill. Chasing out Squee will be stunned up, and Arteezy will be the one who claims that last hit. Killing spree for him, and they're just running over complexity at this point in time.
This Furion pick is just so useless at this point.
They picked pretty defensive supports.
It's just Matt's running into Furion. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's just toying with him at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, he missed that one. Matt still has the Hex, but can't see him anymore. Oh, gets the vision now thanks to the wave from 1437. They'll get him now. So, taking out Roshan time. And definitely a go. Battle Fury's just been finished up by Arteezy as well. So that is on its way.
I mean, you can see that the new complexity lineup, like they just kind of need to like figure out their team rotations and their movements, pretty much, because they're kind of getting like owned by like split and like they would stagger into like a fight bot against 3, and then like 2 people would go on the one guy top, and then both lanes would just like would get owned. Like they just need to work that sort of stuff out. It's like they're so close. They just need to. They really just need to work it out.
1437 is going to be jumped here. We still have the Queen of Pain who's invis behind them. Swap out. Oh, nice play. Annihilate. That TP in was not that helpful. They're still going to get the kill, but have to extend themselves out a little bit further, which may allow Summoner's Rift to get a fight that they are hoping to start out with Brax. Unfortunately, doesn't have the ultimate. Reinitiation here from Swinamels onto Matt. Not able to finish off just yet. It looks like Matt is actually going to get away, as Arteezy, with the help of Queen of Pain, is already able to take out the Disruptor. Meanwhile, jump in from Bugatti. Beautiful stop there. Swinamels going to be able to get the call onto Arteezy, getting those spins off. Arteezy will be dropping a bit low here, but of course, this is just his first life. He doesn't even care if it dies or not. He's going to be able to ensure this is definitely one fight as they blow up Annihilate next. Now the fall from Swinamels, going for Bugatti. Unfortunately, doesn't have a killing blade. He gets the kill, but he's immediately died from Brax's ultimate. 3-15, and this is just an utter stomp here as Summoner's Rift outclassing Complexity even further than they did in game number 1.
If Swindle didn't miss that dunk, he could have dunked the line and then jumped back, and in that fight he could have dunked the...
yeah, there goes our Squeeze probably going to fall as well. He gets hexed up.
That's a dead Raptor Rash.
Godlike for Brax, who's 9-0-4. We got Arteezy, who's 4-0-8. You're going to have Aghanims for Mad soon.
I think I know what hero we're banning against Summer Rift. We play them in a tournament.
Has fallen.
The Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
I do recall Brax playing a lot of this hero. So.
Yeah, it just feels like this lineup just... I guess the way I look at it is like you basically have 4 defensive heroes and 1 very aggressive hero that you put in the 1 position. And I suppose the Axe can make up for the lack of aggression from the side of Complexity, but all I see it is just like not having a sort of thing. Swindlemelon's gonna be caught here, and he still has the Blade Mail, hoping to be able to get some damage out, but couldn't even get it off as he was silenced. Squee is probably gonna die here still. Right click is good enough. See Freak, who survives a little bit longer with the Shallow Grave, but there's a GG. They know this game is very, very, very over.
It just seems like they're like every time Swindle goes in, he just have a team behind him. Like he's always like a little too early, or like just like it seems like they need to be on the same page.
Right.
Oh my god.
Brax, but like I asked Brax about his team, and he ended up like giving me this whole entire thing about his flags and how Dr. House is looking over them.